This is high on the list of many, high on the infinite list of things that Shepard would do, which I would not. Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3, where I've been away from the game for about a week now, so apologies for that. But we're going to continue with the Leviathan quest. And I think that our next step here is going to be to, scan for Leviathan, because I'm feeling like this is coming to the home stretch of this DLC. So let's see if we can actually find Leviathan here. Where are you? There you are. Sigurd's Cradle. How many of these are new, I wonder? We'll start inside Tophet. How many of these systems are new? We'll start inside Tophet and see what we find if it goes up to 100% assets. (2181) Despoina has a scan here. The planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it's been explored since. Scans indicate it's covered in an ocean of liquid water, likely to have some photosynthetic life. Sure, we'll scan this. So this has got to be where Leviathan is hiding out. Yeah, faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature.
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
Before we land here, I'm going to check out the other planets and the other, because I think this tells me that 71%. So Linal and Meal are probably new as well. So let me, I'll check those out and just do a little quick planet sweep of the new stuff here. All these are unknown quantities. All these planets are unknown quantities here. I think this is the first time that we, as the player in a Mass Effect game, have discovered a new system. Though that's the only new system here. The others here are, it looks like there's info about them. So like Nutus. Nutus's moon Atrot was home to the small-time Terminus Systems warlord Rashtek Chas, who extracted tribute from the colonists on Triginta Petra and any travelers stopping by to refuel. The Navy appears to have fled to safer pastures. Okay. Yeah, so these are all, this is like new areas to me. And the Reapers are around too. Choidadix is a dwarf planet that was recently notable for gold deposited by an asteroid strike that happened fairly recently. It was once larger but reduced in size by the strike, which knocked enough material out of the planet to create misshapen moonlets. Its name, which means gap-toothed in Turian, was retroactively added once scientists confirmed this hypothesis. That's really funny. And we got Triginta Petra, colonized by a handful of Turians who attempted to introduce land plants. So it's low density, drier, wide land masses, but a lot of desert here also. Its dextrochirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which provide a limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. So land plants, it sounds like this planet wasn't really set up for great land plants. The hurdle was good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmer's maxim on Triginta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. So it really just murdered farmer careers. Triginta Petra has dextro rations. So I'm guessing these are rations that they use to help. I don't even know, like just to help survive there in really tough circumstances. That's all that we could find here. And lastly, we'll check out Mill. So we got the gas giant Terapso. Abundance of nitrogen. Terapso was notable because of its independence from the government of Chalkos, as well as any other governing body. As a result, its colonized moons and orbital stations overseeing the helium-3 recovery were neutral meeting grounds for all manner of deals between Terminus governments, warlords, or crime figures. So this is a little bit of a Well, there was a little bit of a Mos Eisley thing to it. Chalkos, notable for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that's also a part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twin Selvos are in a stable orbit with one another in addition to orbiting the star Meal. Its greenhouse gases led to a hotter... I guess lead... Is lead... When you spell lead in the past tense, is there an A in it? Led to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipses caused by Selvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. So there's still a colony that landed here. Asari and their mates. It was rough, rife with farmers growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that would be illegal in Council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite inhabitable, like relatively speaking, I guess. Yeah, but the Reapers wrecked it, as is their wont. Want. Lysier is a low-density world notable for its appearance in the Asari-Ploitation Hollow blue steel. Asari-Ploitation. That does not roll off the tongue. I get what they're saying. One of humanity's first attempts to market entertainment galactically. The promotional campaign assured viewers that it was filmed on location in the most dangerous section of the galaxy, the Terminus systems. In fact, the cast and crew were relatively safe, occupying a space station that orbited an unremarkable lifeless planet. Lysier's space stations housed a largely Asari crew teleoperating robo-mining of uranium. When Blue Steel was released, human audiences thought still of this as an exotic profession. Today it would induce yawns. That's how it goes, how time marches on in entertainment. The Reapers destroyed it. Signal on the mainly inhabited planet here, the twin planet, Chakros or Husk Neural Map. Let's see what this is. Oh, a Husk neural, like a neural map of the husks. The biologists on Chalkos have made a quick study of the brain structures of husks and other Reaper creatures. Isolating the parts of the brain responsible for interpreting sensory data, their conclusions contrast with the various strengths and weaknesses of Reaper ground forces when it comes to sight, smell, hearing, and so forth. This data could be extremely useful for soldiers or citizens trying to escape and evade Reapers on occupied planets. Yeah, I don't know how we don't have that already, because like it feels like we have access to enough husks. And then the other thing we found in this scanning was dextro rations. When they were struck by the Reapers, the agribusinesses of Draginta had a surplus of both animal and plant-based food products for dextro amino acid-based sapients. Both Turian troops who favor a meat-heavy diet and the Quarians who are typically vegan show a marked preference for these recovered rations, suggesting that although they were wiped out by enemy forces, the Petrans had pretty good taste. Serving Petran food to a unit about to go into combat can restore a little morale and dignity to an otherwise demoralized squad. Rations seem like creating military rations seem like a science in itself. Like food, it's not a science in itself. It's a part of food science, but like everything that goes into that is kind of fascinating. I love those YouTube channels also that are like testing all the different, trying out all and showing and comparing all the different military rations from both historical and like present day from different cultures. I love that. Love that stuff. The thing is, I'm out of gas. I'm about out of fuel. I don't know where I go for it, though. I don't see a fueling station. Approach the depot to get fuel. Was there fuel and I just missed it? Where's the fuel station? What am I missing? Approach the fuel... What fuel depot? What? Is there a secret fuel depot I'm not seeing? Do I have to go back to, like... This is weird. I'm just hopping around the galaxy at this point, looking for any system that has a gas station. There, I found one. This seems really silly that so many systems don't have this. Like, I get that it makes sense that not every place would, but if you're going to make me run out of fuel, then making me, like, fly across the galaxy to find fuel seems a little bit counterintuitive. Maybe that's the word. I don't know. And I fully acknowledge there's a good chance that there actually is a fuel depot in that system, and I was just not seeing it, or in the other systems and I was just not seeing them. I just don't know what I would be missing. Anyway, let's land on 2181 Despoina. We'll take Edie because I deeply love her and she's a fantastic character, and we'll go with, I mean, Liara seems great for this because she's like the researcher and all. But it's just been a while since I've brought... You know what? Let's bring Jav. It's been a while since I brought Garrus. We'll just bring Garrus.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Makes you wonder what we're going to find down there.
Dr. Bryson classified Leviathan as a Reaper killer. It appears it doesn't wish to be found. It doesn't have a choice, we're here.
Right, but then what? It plays pretty rough, and if it is a Reaper, I don't know that's the kind of help we want.
It's the cost of winning.
We're not gonna win this war by turning away help, even if it does have blood on its hands.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Is it like in the core?
There's nothing but ocean.
Oh.
I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
That's terrifying.
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
Subnautica 2 time.
That's possible?
The Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out. Status!
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Not our best entrance, Shepard.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
All right.
We'll look around.
We're here on
It would
Nessus.
seem others have been stranded here as well. We aren't the first to encounter that pulse. Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
The Normandy shuttle has been disabled by an unknown energy surge. Search for Leviathan and a way to escape the planet. Also, I don't love that it's called Leviathan and we are, like, in the water zone now. Search for a way to escape the... wait for shuttle repairs, right. I mean, search for a way to escape the planet, I guess, but the big thing isn't escaping. The big thing is getting some help. Argus, M55 Argus. Sure. This is a new no, this is a new assault rifle. Let's check it out. I'm not going to use it, but... High-powered, right? So favored by senior CSEC officers. It's a close-range weapon. Other law enforcement agencies across the galaxy are adopting the Argus as their standard rifle, as much for its intimidation factor as its suppression power. No. It's just the heaviness.
We got one of those artifacts.
Explains why no one gets out of here.
Skeletal remains and a data pad. Was there something else here? There was. Star charts. Assault rifle Omni Blade. Excellent. I mean, not excellent. I don't care about this at all. Skeletal remains, data pad, skeletal remains.
Any idea bones are untouched by scavengers. If they rotted clean from humidity and exposure, it might take more than a year.
Even here? Data log, Atten Brooks. The hull will hold. That's what they say. Whatever god watches over Ezo, prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough... Oh, the Monarch! Displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Might have called that one a little bit early. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle? What downed us in the first place? Kunshan says it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. A directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic, the whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. They were not airborne. Artifact is in
Look, up there.
We've got company.
Oh,
Shepard.
fuck.
Must have been right behind us.
Protect the shuttle.
Quick, look at the skeletons in the artifact. Nope, never mind. I blew it. All right, how do I... What? All right, we're...
Right. Cortez, situation?
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
Oh, right. It's been probably a good week or so since I played. Whoa, cannibals are sturdy beasts. Where are you?
Cortez! Almost there,
What's that red circle up in the top left of my screen? I don't know what that means. Can I shoot the artifact? I can. I've shot the artifact. Bah!
Cortez, what happened to almost there?
Out of development, Commander. Fixing it now.
Good. Do they take more damage when they're on the ground? I don't think so. Who else? I saw a yellow bar there, but I didn't... Oh shit, it's a brute. Well, crap. We have yeah, incinerate is good. And incendiary ammo is good. Let's just try those things to start.
Cortez, I need that bird in the air.
Oh.
Just
Boom.
a few seconds.
Shoot them while they're down. Oh, there's multiple of them. Crap. Crap-a-doodle ding-dong. All right, move, move, move. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Where's first aid? There.
Commander, on airborne.
Give us some cover fire.
Nope, not there. That's a... Nope! Good, good. We're surprisingly doing okay. We're keeping our head, we're moving. We're shooting. We're doing all the things. We're doing at least some of the things. And we're bouncing like a ping pong ball from thing to thing. Marauder, and we can... Wait, what is that? Armor-piercing ammo? No, Overload. That's what I wanted. Bah! And we got a pistol cranial trauma system. Good.
Another pulsation.
Cortez is in trouble. Where is Cortez? Cortez is that way. On my way. I'm coming, friend. This is, again, the core combat loop in this game is often satisfying when it doesn't involve a harvester. Stop shooting me. Who's shooting me? Oh, that's Cortez. Keep shooting. You're doing great.
Okay, we're clear. Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
What about the Normandy?
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
And we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
I'm in. You know what? I don't even care how that would work.
I'm game. We chased Leviathan this far. Let's finish this.
It's a long ways down. Not gonna sugarcoat it.
I hear you, and time's wasting.
We are thalassophiliac.
Perhaps you are unaware of the degree of risk. Are we seriously proposing?
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
I guess we are.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
Before we do that, let me just take a quick look around, see if I missed anything, because I probably did. Yeah, I don't... I don't know what was up with the artifact. They might have just been random, like, random artifacts they found that were explosive or something, or minorly explosive. I don't know. I don't know what the artifacts were about. But they clearly weren't all that important because you could shoot them. Like, they were things that you could target. Power level, okay. Putting them in the socket. And having to not die. Wait, who died? Which of my party members died? Someone died.
Never a dull moment. Grab another cell, Shepard. We'll hold them all.
Okay, I trust you. Let's see if my trust is well-founded. It is not well-founded. I know you're doing the best you can. Finish off the brute with a melee attack. That's how I prove my alpha shepherdness. Last cell? Yeah, this should be the last one. Anyone about to strike me down? Oh, Hydra missile launcher. That's probably what we were intended to use the, Oh, nope, we can use it on you. Nope, just go, just go, just go. Get it done. Trust. Oh, nope, don't trust them. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope. Okay, never mind. I don't know what's going on. We lost it. Nope, we're meleeing nothing. Where's the power cell? We couldn't put it in the power socket. There was no action. Oh, I guess there was an action. I just didn't see it.
One more cell, Commander.
Yeah, understandable. All right, one more, and the brutes keep coming. Crap. I know it's draining. I know. Yeah, I don't know what you want of me. I do know what you want of me in this case. You want me to ignore it? Ignore the brute because they're going to cover it. They got me back.
Cargo doors are opening, Commander. That mech is all yours. It should still have weapons capability.
Okay, we got it up and running. Triton ADS. Don't roll. Enter it. Thank you. All right, L2 is shoot. The shot is pretty good. L2 is, there's a cooldown, I guess. Am I meleeing? I think I'm meleeing. Okay. Melee is it like melee range, I guess. Can I still heal up people? No. Not like we need to. We're rocking it. I think we're good. Are we good? I maybe? Oh, hi. Who's knocking on my door?
Looks like we're in the clear now, Commander.
Good. I need to get in the water before they come back.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive. I should check it over first.
Okay. Are we actually going in this? I think we are.
All right, Commander. Let's get you out of there, and I'll do a systems check.
Listen, Shepard, I'm all for crazy ideas, but this one's off the charts.
We've come too far to stop now. The way home is through Leviathan.
Okay, SEALs check out. Oxygen pressure is nominal. Systems are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch.
Engaging systems. Ready.
Testing comlink.
I read you.
We got the little StarCraft 2 graphics, StarCraft graphics, StarCraft 1 graphics. What was the Subnautica thing that was like this? Goliath or? All right, we're going into Nightmare Central.
Suit holding up, Commander.
And it is Nightmare Central.
Getting some comm air here. It's on the
Copy that.
A titanic creature lurking beneath the ocean that's probably a Reaper.
Cortez!
Oh god, it's this thing. Like that scene, the small light in the giant ocean, giant dark ocean. It's terrifying. It really is. It's not terrifying like I'm jump scared. It's butterflies in the stomach terrifying. It's the concept. And I appreciate the music. as well, giving it a sense of awe here.
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I've finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational.
I see that we're in the red for pressure depth. Not ideal.
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power. Not sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface.
Look at these jellyfish. These space jellyfish. Because they're in space.
Getting some strange readings from the probe. Something is definitely down there.
And I don't see it. I was expecting that to be like the bulk of the Reaper, but no. So I'm guessing the flares are telling us like the intended path. Because I'm not doing that. It's automatic.
Getting the probe directly below me. Looks like the final drop.
Oh God. This is high on the list of many, high on the
Just yet.
infinite list of things that Shepard would do, which I would not. Right next to like everything else in these games.
Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving.
When you're falling in water like that, do you hit... what determines your terminal velocity? I guess that's... No one can really tell. No science is able to tell that. This is gorgeous. As much as cave stuff, as underwater stuff terrifies me, there's also a tremendous amount of beauty in it. Okay, alright, we're okay. But it actually is heart racing. Okay. This is pretty awesome. I mean, we need your help. Wait. Where am I? Is it...
had to find you.
It's mind blinking me?
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
Our?
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Then what are you?
Something more.
These are proto-reapers? Or reapers?
Mind belongs to me. Breathe.
Anne? What's happening?
Who's Anne? I forgot who Anne is.
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
We're wasting time. I don't think we're worried about time at the moment. We're worried about what the hell's going on. I don't understand.
Galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign. The fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat.
Isn't that a good sign for us?
And I must understand why.
God, you are so cool.
Our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs.
Okay, Javik.
Grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost.
The Reaper are friggin' AI.
As evolved, it studied the development of civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution.
The solution is the harvest cycle.
Instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
Holy shit. That is a... Yeah, I did not see the Reapers being an AI creation. Or AI is loaded and all that, but like essentially. No, they were like an artificial creation here. Oh man. Intelligence?
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will. Every
Probably true.
creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the concerns of lesser species. The intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
Yeah, that's
And now we
completely
all pay the
understandable.
price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
It serves its purpose. It doesn't mean you didn't make a mistake. Your survival.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination was not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny.
So you're not one of the originals.
Cycles, the thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments. You mean the artifacts we found?
The one thing I shot. And yeah, oh, right.
No into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle.
These were the mind control artifacts. I remember them.
We watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
And so you're not really... You weren't around way back when. I mean, you were probably around for a long, long time, but you weren't, like, there when the Reapers were made. You're their progeny. The first harvest.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
The Reapers.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper.
Oh.
Perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
So the Reapers are like rings on a tree. Like if we could hypothetically know how many Reapers existed, we'd know how many cycles existed, how many times they've done a harvest. Why cycles?
But what's the point of all these harvests?
Is it population control?
Has one purpose: preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution its tool.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
So you don't know exactly what they're looking for. I thought it was population control, and maybe it started as that. Like, but it's hard to say. Like, it came up with this purpose on its own. The Crucible.
What do help stop the cycle.
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait,
The cycle will continue.
no. You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
If you release me, no one has to be harvested.
How do we talk the Leviathan out of this?
Change.
That's your fault. Yeah, you have, like, a role in this. You're not a bystander. If we're close enough to the cusp, like, if we can convince it to get in the game, like, maybe that's the thing that pushes it over. We just have to convince it that it's close enough to that cusp.
You're responsible for this. Every race that's ever been destroyed.
No, I don't think that.
You.
I disagree on
And now
that
the
front.
Reapers will
I didn't go
destroy
that
you
far.
too, unless you start fighting. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this once and for all.
Like, I believe that there were harvest cycles out there where the species were not close to beating the Reapers, and maybe in those cases it wouldn't have made sense for the Leviathan to emerge and take a shot at it, because it would have been putting its life in line for nothing and just got killed. Because it beat, like, a Reaper. There's a bunch of them.
I've earned it. Out there fighting where you should be.
It is clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance.
I thought this was a lone survivor. There's a bunch of them.
But not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the apex race. We will survive. And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
I think we got him on our side. Well, no, boy, let me back that truck up. I think we have spurred them to fight the Reapers. I don't think they're on our side any more than Javik is on our side. Maybe, no, far less even than Javik is on our side. Because they still have an active civilization, or the seeds of one, lurking here in the depths. So I feel like oh, what are you? Is that what a brute looks like? Its neck is spindlier. They're about to get wrecked, though. Oh! Oh, they're getting mind whammied.
Shepard's back. Cortez, talk to me.
We're good to go. I don't know what the commander did, but the pulse is offline.
Are they gonna join for, like, the final fight, or what's going on? I don't know quite what the Leviathans are doing, because I get the sense they're going to emerge for the final, for, like, when we're ready to actually put the like, if we get the Crucible up and running, that they would come out and see what's up.
We got a Reaper inbound.
Not for long. These are these beings have a little bit of power, don't they? Oh my god.
Shepard, wake up. She's freezing. You okay?
lucky we got you back.
How did it go down there?
We found it. It's real. And a lot more than we ever imagined.
So was it worth almost dying for?
Yes, easy.
It was. We exposed it. Pushed it into the light. Whether it likes it or not, it's part of this war now.
They're a part of this war.
Fight.
It sounds like an impressive accomplishment.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah. One for the history books.
Trophy earned under pressure.
Commander, I finished reading your report.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Yeah, this is a
Whatever
giant
else it means,
deal.
It tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
How is this a DLC? How is this not in the
That's
base
one way to
game?
look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Is this another one of those day one DLCs? Because boy, that annoys me if it is. Non-council races, Leviathan. Essentially nothing was known of the aquatic species dubbed Leviathans before Commander Shepard's report to Task Force Aurora. No record of their species' true name exists, no ruins are attributed to their civilization, and no influence on other races has been recorded. The task force can only conjecture based on the limited information provided by Shepard. Their current world is unlikely their home world, so it's surmised the Leviathans mastered technology in spaceflight, despite their immense size and aquatic nature. Yeah, they probably didn't have ships or anything, but I can imagine them just giving themselves a little bit of putting like a little boost on their tentacles, a little rocket thing on their squiddy arms. Their ability to communicate with and mentally dominate land-based sapients would have been a necessary step, and so whatever homeworld the Leviathans hail from would have included a thrall species whose civilization served their purposes. Presumably their bodies can withstand both the extreme pressure of the depths and the lesser pressure of a coastal area where they might come into contact with these thralls. Transporting a creature the size of... I'm glad they're getting to the logistics of this. Transporting a creature the size of the Leviathan into space would have been a significant engineering challenge. It's likely they used EZO for ease of travel as the Hanar do, and employed cybernetic filtration to breathe air as well as oxygenated water. It's unknown if the Leviathans have modified themselves with the equivalent of a biotic amplifier, but it seems probable. The faster-than-light communication of their pulses would require precise control previously unknown to modern science. Yeah, like quantum entanglement up the wazoo. One can only guess at the innovations of this species, and the Leviathans are volunteering no such information. Not yet, but wait until we become besties with them. Do we have any Dominate unlocked in Medbay? What is Dominate going to be in this context? And War Asset. All right, so here's the thing. If this is not a giant chunk of the like war preparation readiness number or whatever, I will be confused. If it's like the addition to the Leviathans to the war effort is like the same as adding, I don't know, Jack or something. Look, I love Jack, but we'll have words. $400, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Leviathan Enthrallment Team. A mixed species team of special operations soldiers have volunteered to covertly deliver Leviathan artifacts behind enemy lines. These attacks aim to make Reaper creatures thralls of the Leviathans. On a small scale, this could cause chaos and disruption. On a large scale, and if given enough time, it could form an army of Reaper creatures dedicated to exterminating their own kind. This is like a sea change right here. The team's major limiting factors are the small number of artifacts and the reluctance of Alliance commanders to operate openly with such a potent weapon for fear the Reapers might develop a countermeasure. That's very fair. That's very fair. And like, I would rather have one set of Leviathans on my side than 4 Citadel Defense Forces. I think this is, you know what, they chose well with this number, I feel. I think 400 is absolutely fair in this case, given all the limitations that they have to it. Let me see if there's any chatter still going on about anyone to talk to, like, as an update from this.
All right, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Is he telling a joke?
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through
Yes.
this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous." The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself."
Okay, that's pretty good.
That the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Thank you, Edie.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Solarian appears weak.
Yeah.
Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Well, yeah. It's
I
also
feel
one of
bad
the
for
only
laughing
jokes
at it now.
that both Solarians and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think.
And I think they're both right. I think both of them have value. I think both those perspectives have value in keeping each other in check. Yeah, it just depends on the context, but yeah, I think... And it's funny, because I know he literally had the last word on this, but I don't necessarily think the game is saying that he's the right one here. I don't know. This is... Again, they both matter. I think they both are important.
So the Reapers did not fully exterminate their creators. That suggests they are fallible, even on large or long-term scales.
Well, we know that. Like, we've beaten some before. We beat Harbinger.
Maximum dynamic pressure is approaching. Throttle down for minimal resistance.
Thanks, Mom.
If that is how you categorize me, I will tell you to stop slouching.
You know what? I won't kink shame.
Hello, Shepard.
Hello.
Commander?
I've been thinking about what we learned, Shepard. The thing is, I don't really care what the Reapers are or where they're from.
Really?
They're monsters that need to be put down. That's all I need to know.
I mean, I guess, but isn't it fascinating?
Hey there.
I can only imagine talking to something so huge, so alien. I hope it helps against the Reapers.
Sorry I didn't bring you along. Let's see what Dominate is. Wait, where's Dominate? I have to talk to you? Didn't we get Dominate? I thought... Oh no, it's the thing in the medical bay. Let's go see now. In the medical lab. Dominate, here we are. Disrupt the synaptic harmonies of an organic brain so it can't differentiate between a friend and foe. A single affected target will fight on your side for a short time. Targets grow resistant to the power over time. Absolutely, we're doing that. Flare is great. Dominate, we're trying out.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
Trainers into the succubus thing, too.
Sorry, audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
Where's your integrity?
A bit like pandering.
Yeah.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't.
All right.
Does Dr. Tassoni ever let you in her room? Because she keeps me out.
She does let me in her room.
Do we need to talk, Commander?
It's weird. Why would you tell her to get off the ship? Is it just an RP thing, or is there like mechanical reasons that people would do this?
Not right now, Allers. Let me know when we do.
Like, I want to make sure I'm not missing out on, like, is telling her to get off the ship, like, the thing that spurs her into, like, her quest line? Like, I doubt it. I think she's just what she is, but I'm not sure.
Report, Commander.
No, I'm pretty sure, I'm reasonably sure that there's nothing like that. I'm reasonably sure it's just if you don't want the reporter on the ship, you just get her off the ship, but that's about it.
I have studied your human religions, Commander. Your devil and his fall. Leviathan and its kind deserve the same fate. They once unleashed a plague that has haunted all of our history to this day. I say their own hell is the abyss you found them in. One I hope they never escape from.
I mean, their presence has got to mess with you a little bit. You already knew the Reapers were there, but now you're like a whole other order down the line of creation.
Seeing all these primitives flying spaceships is unexpected and very dangerous. For one who claims to be an expert on my people, your Asari knows very little.
And for the spaceship thing, I get it. Like, I think it's a little bit like seeing like a full-on adult who like sees a 17-year-old driving a car. Like, I get it. You've trained for it. You have the license and all that. I'm a little bit worried.
Commander.
And Liara's doing her best. I mean, it's Archaea. She's making, you know, she doesn't have a ton to go on.
Can't say I was happy sending you down in that submersible by yourself. Don't know why I ever worry about you. Take on ancient aliens from the deep? Sure, no problem.
I'm that boss. I'm hovering right over your shoulder, making sure you do the work. How about you? How are you doing, sir?
With the Leviathan on our side, maybe we pull this thing off after all.
Maybe, James.
Too bad Anne never got to see her dad's work pay off.
I forgot who Anne is. Who's Anne? Oh, Anne, the woman from the scientist's daughter. Yeah. Okay, that's who it was. They were drawing on the people from that quest line. I was thinking, are there people that were coming through there? The people who were from like Shepard's past, from like Mass Effect 1 and 2 that I'm forgetting. No, they were people from this very quest line. Okay. Never mind. So, something I think I misunderstood about the high-velocity barrels. I had interpreted it before as saying that it increases the damage and lets the bullets... increases the damage, but it lets the bullets pierce armor. No, that doesn't, in hindsight, that doesn't make sense. Because I was thinking, like, it increases the damage, but it also reduces it. So maybe it's good against armor, but bad against other stuff. No. I think this is great against armor and still does more damage, like a lot more damage against other stuff. It's just really, really heavy. It's just against armored targets, it does, you know, it pierces armor, but it does at reduced damage instead of it not piercing it at all. So this is, boy, that's really good. I just don't, the weight is such an important thing for me because of the bounce ability. By the way, let me know if there's a pistol or shotgun that you'd want me to try out, because I'm pretty settled with the ones I have, but I'm not opposed to trying out others if there's one that's especially different or fun that you like. All right, I'm going to call it here. Thank you for watching. This was an incredibly fun DLC. Like, the mechanics of the harvester stuff, I'll never be a fan of. I just don't like the harvesters. But the visuals in this final section here today were so good, and the flavor of seeing this giant mind-controlling seafaring race that was the proto-reapers beneath the oceans of this planet it's hard to be more my cup of tea. So yeah, next time we'll continue probably with the main story, heading down to, well, this was part of the main story, but like heading to the next priority mission against the Quarian, well, to meet the Quarians. And yeah, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.